morning everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And today's video is a Flosstube video. It is number 44, and I hope everyone is doing great. I'm doing well. I am still trying to wake up. I haven't put any makeup on yet, so please, if I scare you because I look like a zombie and I look, like I'm sick or not or anything, I'm sorry. I'm not really sick. I just haven't put deodorant that I did put on. I have not put my makeup on yet, so I'm sorry. I'm not trying to scare anybody this morning. I wanted to come on real quick, show you my whips, and tell you what's been going on. So I am in, oh my gosh, I'm in like 3 challenges on two groups. I was, actually no, I'm 3 groups. The Ultimate Cross Stitch group, fan fiction. Holy crap! Don't know why I got that in my head. Probably because my daughter sent something to me this morning about that. Full Coverage Fanatics and Semi-Sane Stitchers. Now, I'm new to Semi-Sane Stitchers. I have not really got into all the different challenges because I'm still just trying to, get myself into the group, which, hey, I'm one of these ones, if you're going to go in, go all in and do it all. And my only problem was I didn't want to get overwhelmed. So I went through all my whips. I have a new start. I have a restart. And, of course, just one of my whips that I've been working on that I'm going to use for the challenge. Because if I didn't, goodness, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. Because if I hadn't narrowed them down and tried to do, all the whips, I probably would have been overwhelmed to the point that I didn't want to stitch. And I'm not, and that happens to me a lot. I did have a rotation set out for a week for, the whole month. And that even got to be overwhelming. I felt like, okay, this isn't going to work anymore. So I took a break with that. Now I'm going to try it again because of these challenges. So I'm going to show you my first one that I worked on last week. Now, you guys saw this last week. I was still, excuse me, I swear I did not mean to belch this morning in front of you all. As you guys know, I've been stitching Anne of Green Gables. And last week I was in a confetti-filled area. Now I have filled that in. I don't know if you guys can see. I filled that in. I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see it. This area right here was all confetti. Now, don't mind this piece of floss. It's there for when I start this back up again. But this whole area was nothing but confetti. Now, those of you that either have the pattern or have been watching and have seen the pattern or seen the picture, this is, do it this way. This is Gilbert's arm. And this is his vest. And, of course, this part is, going to be his face. Now, here is where I guess Anne will start. So, I'm getting ready to start that part after I finish the rest of his arm. And go from there. I've done pretty well on it. I mean, I finished 2 pages and I'm on the 3rd. So, I'm doing pretty good with this. This is on 25 count Ada. Or no, 25 count easy grid. I bought, this is, let me tell you something. I used to grid all my fabric. This is the most wonderful thing. Yes, I know it's been out for a while. But now I wouldn't know what to do without this. This has helped so much, along with my pattern keeper, to keep track of everything. And that's one reason why I'm restarting the World Travel Bookshelf, because I was so confused, and that's nothing but confetti mostly. So it's been a long time coming. The next one, now you guys saw this pattern last week, the picture of it, and I have not taken this off of the lap stand because yeah, it's a pain in the butt to take it off. But this is going to be, this is Bountiful Bookshelf. And you guys can see I'm at the lower left hand corner, and that's one of the books, or two of the books, I'm not sure. And so far I'm doing pretty well with this. Again, this is on 25 count Ada. I'm finding now, 25 count Ada, no it's not, 25 count fabric. Now I don't know what kind, but I used to be an 18 count Ada girl. Always have been, always will be. But lately, now that, you know, this is easier with it gridded already when you get it, it is so much easier for me. I never could stitch on anything higher than 22 count. I couldn't stand it. I could not stand 25 count, 28 count. I couldn't, I used to get so confused. Even linen, I couldn't do. So I said, oh no, I'll go back to 18 count. Well, then I was, kind of got to the point where I started really getting into doing, you know, all my heaven and heids and everything. And I was going to use 18 count for one of my, actually I do have one for that, and it was a big one. Well, the fabric, I couldn't find any in this size. And I was like, okay, there's got to be something that I can use. And I started using 25 count. Now, mind you, I really don't, I was kind of against it at first, but I have to say, I'm really enjoying working on 25 count. It's the most, and I'm not saying this just because, oh, you know, I'm lazy because I don't want to go searching for the size that I want, then I need an 18 count or whatever. It's, I don't know how to describe it. So it's so much easier for me anyway, especially with it gridded. So I don't know. So those two, they're, yeah, bookshelf, the Bountiful Bookshelf and World Travel are for two of the challenges that I have in Full Coverage, Fanatics, and Semi-Sane. The Anna Green Gables is for another group, and so I just chose to work on those three because I want to focus on those. I will probably continue focusing on those. World Travel, like I said, is going to be a restart because I started stitching it on, excuse me, I need some coffee. I had picked 22 count fabric for it, but somewhere along the line I got the wrong size, and I didn't realize this until I was already 2 pages in, and it just anyway, it wasn't sinking, and I had drawn a line because it wasn't gridded, and I had drawn a line for where each page was on the left hand side of the fabric, and I was really off by a lot. So I got fabric in the mail yesterday, I think. So that's going to be for that, and I will show progress on that. Now I don't know I wanted to take one of these and use it like I had planned to do about a year ago, and have one that I stitched on my channel. Just stitched on my channel. I would still use it for challenges, but I was going to just do it like, one day a week or 2 days a week. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to continue to do that, because I need to fix the other tripod that I have and try to get that to close enough to my stitching without looking like I'm far away. And yeah, there's a lot of technical issues with this. So that's going to be done. I haven't been, oh my gosh, guys. I haven't really been stitching a lot this week. I've been putting like 100 stitches in each day. I know, right? Why? I have a lot of things I need to do. This is usually the time of the year. I did this last year. This is usually about the time of the year. Everybody does spring cleaning during the spring. I don't. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I guess because, around that time, around this time is when I start trying to get everything situated for the Christmas tree. I know, I said it. Christmas tree. Yes. At the day after Thanksgiving, I put my tree up. Now, I'm not like some of these people that put it up after October the 31st. No. My ex-mother-in-law did that one year. And no. Don't get me wrong. Anybody that wants to do that, more power to you. But this is about the time of the year that I go through everything. I went through all my WIPs. I put everything where it needed to be. And as I was doing that, little dude, my son Sky, comes out and he says, "Mom, yes, your desk back in your room is messy." Because that's where he does all his virtual learning, and I cleared off a space and so forth. And I was like, okay. And he says, "You got a lot of cross-stitch stuff underneath the bed, underneath of the desk." Which he's right. I just haven't found anywhere to put him. I have a big tote of excess fabric, scraps, you name it. So I need to go through that and pick out the ones that, are big enough for ornaments and big enough for an actual project, or fabric that I'm not going to use anymore. So I was like, okay. So yeah, it's a big green tote about the size of this drafting table, and I need to go through it. And there's patterns everywhere, charts everywhere that need to be organized. You name it. So I'm focusing on that every day this week. I'm still going to do videos, but it's just been crazy trying to get all this stuff organized. And I'm trying to think. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about and I forgot. I know I do this every time, and it's called getting old. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys thank you. I'm trying not to speak up because little dude's back there. Those of you that follow are in my group or follow me on Facebook or on Instagram or on YouTube, I wanted to thank you all for your prayers and thoughts for Lil Jude's dad. I have not heard anything since Monday. I don't know if he started treatments yet or not. He will probably call me afterwards. He has asked me not to say anything to him until after we know for sure if the treatment was effective or not. So please continue to keep him in your prayers. He wants to wait until after that for me to say anything. So we're kind of just, keeping it quiet. I kind of don't, I kind of feel like it's my responsibility to say something, but I'm going to keep it quiet for. And so just please continue to pray for him, and I will let you all know when I know something. But on that note, last week was my birthday. Last Friday, actually. Um, so I really didn't do a whole lot this past weekend. It was kind of like, I got waited on hand and foot all day Friday for my birthday. My daughter and her boyfriend kind of, waited on me hand and foot and made dinner and gave me a card, made me a cake. Now, there's something wrong, okay? Usually when the cake is made, I want a piece. I didn't want any. I waited until freaking Saturday night before I ate a piece. That's bad. And it was chocolate on chocolate. So, and I'm a chocolate fanatic. I love chocolate. My kids will tell you I will eat freaking chocolate like it's going out of style. It could be a candy bar, Hershey candy bar. It could be a Reese's peanut butter cup. It could be a cake. It could be ice cream. But I just had no desire to have anything to do with my cake. So I did finally eat a piece. And so that they gave me a card that all of them signed. And that was basically it. That was my whole weekend in a nutshell. I sat here and did my live with the Steelers and Ravens game in the background. And I was beginning to wonder if they were going to win. I rooted them on through the whole live. And sure enough, they won. So, my boys won. Steelers beat them. Don't know how much, but they beat them. So that's really it, guys. And I do know, yeah. I've been kind of slacking. I was looking at my Goodreads yesterday, and I'm way behind on my challenge. I've only got a month left to finish this challenge. So I really got to get cracking. And if you are in my cross stitch group, Cross Stitching Sisters, we are doing a stitch and read. Whatever book you're currently reading, however many pages are in that book, you, like if it's 500 pages, you put a 0 on the end and you try to stitch that amount. You don't have to stitch that amount. You try to stitch that amount. That's that one. I do have full coverage. I think it's full coverage marathon weekend or something. There's going to be a lot more group events in my groups. So if you have not joined, I will have the link below in the description box for you guys. And that's it. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, comments, please comment below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell. And I will see you all next time.